Alright, what's good, people? We are back. Season 1, Episode 1 of Underground TV. And we're kicking it off tonight with the ladies, as we have Jackie Trash taking on Extreme Kong in what should be an interesting development here. Alright, and from a trailer park somewhere near you, here comes Jackie Trash. That girl thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. And a full dinner. Alright, and here comes her opponent, Extreme Kong. Now, Extreme Kong is the largest female athlete in Bushido Underground and possibly in professional wrestling. Jackie Trash starts off strong, though, taking the big woman off of her feet. And Kong now says enough of that and turns it around, begins beating on Jackie. Jackie, though, responds with kind of a suplex, standing Falcon Arrow, and into the ropes. Kong just steps over Jackie Trash, if that tells you how big she is. But she can move like the smaller women in the division. And Kong looked like she was about to take control. However, Trash with a comeback. Kong turns it around with a big headbutt, though. Jackie Trash just will not stop. That might be her only endearing quality at this point. Ooh, out to the floor goes Kong. But Kong right back into the ring. And Trash with a chair now. We'll see if that does her any good. Actually, it backfires as Kong grabs her and just slings her over on top of the chair. And now a huge vertical suplex from Kong. Kong doing some submission work now. Very uncharacteristic of the large woman. She stands at almost 7 feet tall. To give you an idea, she is like 6'6". Not many 6'6" people are trying submission holds, especially not on smaller opponents. And Kong sends Trash to the outside of the ring now with a vertical suplex and another vertical suplex from Kong. Kong just really mauling her opponent now at this point. I think she's had enough of the taking it easy, I would say, on Trash, and she's ready to put the final nail in Jackie Trash's coffin for the evening. Alright, half of the time limit for this match is remaining. Ooh, Kong with a huge choke and a clubbing fist and puts Trash down. Almost has it. Trash, though, gets under her opponent and manages to use her size to flip her. Jackie Trash taking Kong down and going to the top now. Jackie Trash hits an elbow button in the ropes, and there's no pinfall. Kong with yet another huge vertical suplex. Kong whips Trash into the corner, but Trash is quickly out. And Kong with a huge knee lift, sending Trash over. And now drops a big elbow on the back of Jackie Trash. But I think Kong might be winded, as Trash actually got up first. Kong with those long legs, able to just reach over herself and kick Jackie Trash right in the head. And that might be all, folks. No, almost once again. I think she needs to go for a little something bigger. Use her height to her advantage. And Trash now with an awesome display of power, getting Extreme Kong up for a fall-away slam, but Kong too big, and it didn't go as planned. It hurt Jackie Trash more than it hurt Extreme Kong. Extreme Kong now in pretty much full control. Oh, nope, I spoke too soon. Jackie Trash with a back elbow. And this time limit may expire without a winner.
10 more seconds.
And 10 seconds remaining. And it does appear these two have fought to a stalemate. Props to Jackie Trash for not quitting and not giving in, even though she was giving away so much size and weight advantage. She just kept coming back. The crowd not real happy with the end of that match. I'm sure they wish there could have been 5 more minutes, but nonetheless, they were digging it. And let's go to the next match. This one puts Max of the Road Dogs up against Spank Irwin of the Grunge Era. We'll see who comes out on top. These two teams, the Road Dogs, as Max makes his entrance. And then, of course, his opponent, Spanks, representing the Grunge Era. They've really been going at it since basically our first show. The two teams met on the Indies, and we've shown a few videos of them on the Indies. And man, they had some classic battles on the Indies. However, that those battles have been a renewed rivalry of sorts, with the respective members facing each other in the tournament for the title last month. And Barry taking advantage, but now Spank turning it around. And Barry right back on the attack. These two are very back and forth. They are both the smallest members of the trio that they represent as well. I'd like to point that out, as these two definitely are size and speed-wise perfect match to be taking each other on. However, the fighting style is very different. Max, much more of a brawler, whereas Spank is much more partial to wrestling. And here's Max with some of the classic Road Dogs tactics, using a fork, and the ref quickly spotting it and admonishing him with a 5 count, which is the rule here for illegal tactics. And now he's biting him, and again the ref with an admonishment. Spank definitely the cleaner of the two, and while he can brawl, he prefers a lot more wrestling tactics. As Barry goes back to biting, and now closed fists. Spank really. Ooh, and a low blow from Barry. Spank really, really on the receiving end of some dirty, dirty tactics. However, Spank coming back with some swift kicks to the chest and looks like a shoulder block to the rib cage. Really trying to work over that midsection and upper body, seems like. Max, however, right back to the dirty play, and Spank takes him over with a snap suplex to put it into that. Into the ropes, but Max holds on. Into the ropes again. Max comes back, and a nice, brutal DDT from Spank Irwin onto Max of the Road Dogs, and Max shaking some cobwebs loose for sure. Into the ropes, both men collide. Nobody gets the better of that. However, Spank goes to the wrestling with a jawbreaker and then a leg drop off the top. But I do believe he hurt himself almost as much as he hurt Max. A very nice rib breaker, and then a nice leg screw there for good measure. Only gets the 2 though. Ooh, and Max again with some dirty tactics. I don't think the referee saw that though, but he definitely is seeing this biting going on. And Spank, unfortunately, has been busted wide open, and now we go back to the fork. And getting to where we're using the count a little more is Max. Spank comes back with a nice modified samurai driver of sorts, but only a 2. Max now with some boxer jabs. Spank unable to block. Just covering up and trying to protect himself, but Max still got the better of that exchange. Oh! And I believe the brass knuckles just came out. Spank is a bloody mess, and only a 2 though. The rapid punches to the back of the head now, just opening that gash on Spank's head, and Spank to the ropes now, off with a sling blade, and he needs to do something fast. Our time limit is quickly expiring in this match. Arm breaker. Let's see what the next move is. He goes for a pin, very nonchalant though. Almost had it though. Ooh, back to the fork once again. 1 minute remaining, and we may be, I thought we were looking at a DQ here. That almost went into a disqualification, and I don't think Max really cares about winning a match at this point. I think we might see a second time limit draw, as Spank unable to capitalize on that. And yes, a second time limit draw. The crowd definitely enjoying the match though. Spank a bloody mess. I'm sure this rivalry will continue and we'll see a lot more. As you see, the crowd absolutely ate this match up, even though we went to a time limit draw. Alright, let's check. First, the next match, 15 minutes on the time limit, and this is a tag match. Alright, new coming team to the roster, Assault and Battery, takes on Max's partners, the other 2 members of the Road Dogs, Miles and Barry. Now, from what I've seen on the indies of Assault and Battery, who are making their way to the ring, we can definitely look for a brutal powerhouse match, and should be really a fan favorite match of the evening, if not the fan favorite match of the evening. And here come the Road Dogs, Miles and Barry. Let's see if, in fact, they will be as dirty, tactic-oriented as Max was. And now they're telling the fans just what they think of him. All right, we're starting off with Battery, I believe it is, versus Barry. And Barry right to the biting when he saw he couldn't outmuscle Battery. And Battery just going to work on Barry, just outmuscling him. That's something that Barry and Miles can't be used to. They're two of the larger men on our roster and used to just overpowering their opponents. Battery out quickly. Sends Miles into the corner. Miles thought he was going to ground and pound, but didn't do much. Oh, and he went to the eyes, but Battery just shakes it off and slams him down by his head. Back elbow now off the rebound from the ropes. Tags Assault in, and Assault sends the big man to the outside. The big man picks up a chair, but he went to the ribs. It didn't seem to faze Assault at all. And Assault now laying into Miles. Miles is definitely looking for a tag out at this point. These two are not used to being muscled around like this. Oh, and there went a low blow. But Assault shakes it off really quick. Back to his feet. These guys, Assault and Battery, are just big, brutal guys. Really impressive tonight. Barry grounding and pounding now. I believe he's brought some blood possibly to Assault. You can't really tell through the face paint or mask if there's blood or not, but it appears there's blood on the mat where he was laying. Miles in now for the Road Dogs against Battery, against Assault and Battery, or of Assault and Battery. Miles with the better end of that fist exchange and a running knee drop, but Battery just right back up with a huge shoulder breaker now. And Miles with a gut punch and stuns Battery for a split second, enough to make the tag, but Battery right back on the attack. However, Barry gets the tag in and goes right to the fork, and now the biting. It appears Battery has been busted open too, as Battery is now leaving a blood trail on the apron, or on the mat, should I say, of the ring as well. And Battery going for the tag to Assault. Assault in with a big fist and a clubbing forearm to the back of Barry, sends him down. Man, I don't think that I've ever seen the Road Dogs in this much danger of possibly losing, but now Miles goes for the brass knucks, and it looks like a modified rear chin lock submission, including the arm. But Assault is still on the attack, just relentless. Even through the blood in the eyes and everything. I'm sure the brass knuckles didn't do much to slow that down. And Barry is tagged in now, and Assault going to work on him now with a camel clutch. A deep-seated camel clutch. 10 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes remain. Ooh, and once again to the brass knuckles. But in the ropes, so Assault gets the break and is able to make the tag out to Battery. Assault looking a little worse for wear on the apron in the corner. Barry sends it, Battery in and catches him in a big bear hug, and now back to the biting. I think that Assault and Battery might have met their match. Only a 2 count though. Battery back up quickly. Goes for a vertical suplex, but Miles reverses, and Miles now on the receiving end of some stomps, and Assault tagged in. Assault going to work with a big scoop slam followed by a Boston Crab. And Barry goes for a pile driver or power bomb setup, and Assault just muscles him over into a back body drop. We're going to the rear chin lock now, and Assault just powers out of that. Barry wasting some real time there that he could have been using to try and put these guys away. So close. So close. Assault just barely out. 1 minute remaining. Hopefully we get a clear winner in this match. And Assault looking a little worse for now. Now we're down to 30 seconds. All right. Looks like we're going to go to another time limit draw in this card. Man, who booked this thing? I think these guys are going to need a little more time in their matches next card. The crowd beginning to become very unhappy with all the time limit draws that we've seen. The match was definitely not as high ranked as I thought it would be. However, probably due to the ending, the fact that our first 3 matches have ended in draws is not good. Hopefully we'll get a winner on these next couple matches. So next up we have Tony Ferreira and Cyclone. Let's get to the ring. Very different styles in this match. Tony Ferreira coming down to the ring is a more technical and can do some pretty good brawling when called for. He earned the nickname Big Fight by being one that you can go to for big ratings, one for the main events. And then Cyclone here, a very lucha libre style wrestler, very, very, very much Japan and Mexican style based, with very, very, very few bouts of brawling. More martial arts strikes than punches, and Ferreira goes right in with a fireman's carry takeover. Cyclone tries to speed the pace up by whipping him into the ropes, but no good. Ferreira holds on, and Ferreira whipped into the corner now and quickly getting out. Cyclone catches him with a super kick and puts him down, but no pin. All right, and Cyclone with 2 quick chops and another modified Northern Lights style suplex and a snapmare. Ferreira comes back on his own though with a takedown and into the ropes they both go. Ferreira misses with a clothesline. Ferreira trying again, comes in with a leg lariat. Cyclone just ducks under it, and Cyclone under the legs of Ferreira now. Ferreira back to what worked with the fireman's carry takeover, and Cyclone up and elbow to the back of the neck of Ferreira. Ferreira, though, with a snapmare takes him over. This one, folks, is definitely getting a little more faster pace than Ferreira would like. Ferreira likes more of the ground style, the more methodical, with a little bit of a slugfest and some technical wrestling, and so far just been quick paced. Not Ferreira's style match at all. maybe getting a little frustrated, went for 2 different chairs now, and Cyclone turns it around both times. Faria and Cyclone back in the ring at the same time. Faria sends Cyclone into the corner and then into the ropes and catches him with a big power slam. Big power slam. The 2 trading chops now. And Faria gets the better of the exchange, but just at this point, I think he's winded because he goes down as well. Sends Cyclone into the corner, but Cyclone up and over with a tiger wall. Faria smartly does not follow him in. T-bone style suplex now. 5 minutes in our 10-minute time limit has been reached. These 2 men going back and forth very evenly. Very evenly. And Faria now going to take the legs out from under Cyclone, hoping to slow the match down in his pace a little bit. Faria sends him into the corner, and Cyclone fights his way out with a chop. And another chop from Cyclone, followed by a super kick. Pulls him out of the ropes. Maybe looking for a pin. No, off the ropes. Faria up too fast, though. I don't know what Cyclone was going for, but he put on the brakes in a hurry. And Faria dropping Cyclone on the back of his neck now with a high elevated backdrop suplex into an armbar. And no submission. Cyclone holding on through that. Faria deciding to let go, but went for it again, looked like maybe, and thought better of it as Cyclone came in with the kick. Cyclone, as we said, very much a Japanese, Mexican, lucha libre style, very much martial arts background, and those kicks can be devastating. Faria sending Cyclone to the floor now.
2, 3.
And Cyclone looking a little worse for wear on the outside. Faria needs to put an end to this if he's going to. Really running out of time now. Less than 2 minutes remain. Faria with a muscle buster, and Cyclone is to the floor.
2, 3.
Both men catching a breather. We have about 30 seconds left in this match.
30 more seconds.
There it is, 30 seconds left. Cyclone pulls Faria out of the corner and kicks to the face.
10 more seconds.
Will he go for a pin? No, lifts the man up. Faria with an overhead belly to belly, and that's the bell, folks. I don't know if we're going to see an actual winner on this card. This is really super evenly booked. The crowd really unhappy with the fact that the match went to yet another time limit draw. Alright, so we haven't seen Lawrence King since his loss in the championship tournament to Conway the Machine last month, but here he comes nonetheless, and he has been in a foul mood around the locker room and the training area. So we will see what he has in store for his opponent tonight. And here comes his opponent from Mexico, Big Daddy Macho. Macho is a very large luchador. However, he can fly with the best of them, but he also very muscular build. Can go with the powerhouses, which is very much Lawrence King. So we should see what happens between these two. I think if I was Macho, I would go for speed and agility against King's muscle King, as you see, just manhandling Macho from the start right now, and taking some time to call to the fans, but still in control of this match, minus that small forearm, and King going for an early pin, but nothing there. I don't think you put enough on Macho, put enough wear and tear on Macho in the match to get a victory this soon, King, but you never know. Macho now sending King to the floor. King right back in and ready to go at it again now. Rapid open hand blows to the bridge of the nose, and now a huge forearm to the throat and chest area. It's just so hard to tell where he lands some of these, as he's so big and so massive. Ooh, a vicious clothesline almost takes Macho out of his boots. Into the ropes, and both men collide. Nobody goes anywhere. King going to the closed fist, though, and just beats his opponent down. 3 minutes into this, and we really haven't seen much from Big Daddy Macho. I think he's going with the wrong strategy, trying to stand toe-to-toe and match power to power with Lawrence King. King into the ropes. Macho with a shoulder block, though, and sends him down. I may have spoke too soon. If I was Macho, though, I would still be looking at using my speed and agility more than my power against a powerhouse like Lawrence King. Lawrence King is a professional bodybuilder by trade. Ooh, vicious Uranage off of the apron. And now into the railing goes Macho. King just slaps him. No respect for him, just slaps him. Macho, though, with a little bit of a shuck and jive, sending Lawrence into the railing. The two men almost exhausting the count. And Macho sends King back out to the floor. King does not look pleased. Lawrence King up and over the big knee of Big Daddy Macho there. Ooh, and a cutter. And that might be it, folks. No, only a one. Lawrence King still too powerful and still in too good a shape physically to go out to that. Almost a 3 there. About a 2.5. Macho right back with a pile driver, though. Very, very great pile driver, might I add. Nice leap, and now up to the top, dropping his weight all on King's chest. This might be bad for King. And Macho with a little shuck and jive again. Ooh, and a big elbow to the head. He missed that elbow outside, but he got all of it that time. And another jumping pile driver. Going for the cover. And King just powers out. Still too strong. Macho going back to what works with a pile driver once again. We'll see what it does. King is still too strong. King whips Macho into the ropes. 1 minute remaining. King with a big back forearm chop. And sizes him up. Running clothesline.
30 more seconds.
Literally assaulting his opponent. Macho, though, with a back elbow stops the momentum. King seems to have some cobwebs. Macho seems winded. Big choke slam from King. And goes for the pin, but too late. Once again, we have a time limit draw. Both men, as you can see, sucking wind at this point. This card is just so evenly matched. So evenly matched. The crowd, while it did go to a time limit draw, is definitely a lot happier with that match. I think they were into that match a lot more. All right, and here we go. The main event of the evening, folks. Tonight, Conway the Machine, our world's champion, our Emperor Crown title holder, in a non-title match versus Edmund Albright from England. Conway the Machine is just brutal. So, we will see how he does against a veteran who is a submission-style wrestler. In Edmund Albright. And there you see, he is our heavyweight champion, better known as our Emperor Crown champion. And he elected to come out first tonight. Here you see Lord Edmund Albright from England, his opponent for the evening, and we will see if Edmund Albright can score a victory over the champ. I'm sure that would put him in #1 contendership if he can. And there's the bell, and both men sizing each other up. Albright with a hip toss, Conway with an arm drag. Conway now using that brute strength, just powering Albright up and slamming him down. And into the ropes goes Albright. Both men collide, nothing happens. Big short arm clothesline from the champ, though. And Conway again just pressing Albright and throwing him around like a rag doll. Running the elbow into the side of the head now. Albright trips him up, though, and takes a headlock. Conway pushes him off, though, almost sending him out of the ring. Conway takes over once again. Albright not faring very well in the early stages of this match. However, does get a scoop slam in. Maybe that'll be the turning point. Conway not off his feet much in his matches. However, there's twice in a row with the hip toss. And now, one more time, from the big elbow to the back of the neck. And, Albright with a little bit of a cheap shot going to the eyes. Now a modified STF. That's what he's known for, is his technical prowess. And again, into an arm lock. Saying, here's real wrestling. Here's how we do it in a ring. Conway, though, definitely a powerhouse and brawler type of fighter. I wouldn't even call him a wrestler at this point. I don't think we've seen one single wrestling hold from him in the whole tournament. Oh, this is bad. Fight goes to the apron. Modified Uranagi off of the apron. Conway goes for a table. Now pulls out a barbed wire bat. Albright managing to take control and cause the weapon to be dropped. Now a light tube in play. And Conway takes control again as we reach the halfway point. Oh no, Conway now. Looks like this is going to end in a double countout. Alright. Well, we have no clear-cut winners on tonight's card, but I would say that Albright is due a rematch. The crowd not happy with that decision at all. And all in all, not a fan of the completely draw style card. I think that we're going to have to do better on the next show in giving them more time to go. Tonight the hall was booked on short notice. So we will be back next week, folks, with yet another card. And hopefully we will have some decisive victories on that. Thanks for watching, folks. That's all.